So we'll call this meeting to order, and we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And then we'll start out with the approval of the minutes of the regular board meeting, June 13, 2016. Did anybody see any corrections that needed to be made? If not, then I will entertain a motion to approve them.
I will so move.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded to approve the minutes of the regular board meeting, June 13th, 2016. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. And then we'll move on to the general fund vouchers, 73,623 through 73,685, and wire transfers 151,60,459 through 151,60,478. I will entertain a motion to approve.
I motion to approve.
Do I hear a second?
I will second.
Been properly moved and seconded to approve the general fund vouchers as read. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. We'll move on to our public comments. And I didn't see anybody signed up. Anybody have anything? Okay, then we'll move on to our new business. Consideration and approval of employee resignation.
Okay, so this is Casey Paulson, who was formerly support staff with us in the building, was selected for the third grade teaching position for next school year. So she formally submitted her letter of resignation for the support staff position.
So we've got a good resignation tonight.
Yep.
I will entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Been properly moved and seconded to approve the resignation of Casey Paulson from her paraeducator position. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. And we'll move on to consideration and approval of transfer of funds.
Okay, so this one just requesting that the board approve transfer of $60,000 from operations into transportation. So it was money that was budgeted for the already board-approved school bus purchase for this year. And then that bus will be paid off in full at the end of this fiscal year, which we're winding down.
June 30th, right?
June
Yep.
30th, yep.
Yep. Okay, is there any discussion?
How much was that?
60,000 from operations into transportation.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I move to approve it.
Do I hear a second?
I will second.
It's been properly moved and seconded to approve the transfer of $60,000 from operations into transportation. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Now we'll move on to our superintendent notes.
Okay. Summer school's midway through and actually starting to wind down, I should say. And it's been neat to see the number of summer school kids is up a little bit, which is a nice to see, and a lot of neat classes that I look forward to seeing my own kids in actually as well. Also went to the FFA state convention, which I was telling you guys about. Was really impressive to see not only the FFA state convention, but then how the Clear Lake, how much we represented there, and the participation that we had. One of the individual students I'll be putting on for next board meetings, Spotlight in Education, was recipient. I'll let Mrs. Schott share all the details on that, but going on to the national something, I'm not sure all the details, but I'll get it for the board, the next board meeting. But not just him, all of the students that were there, just the confidence and all of the skills that they teach throughout that program, and watching the kids interact down there was pretty neat to see. So it was nice to be a part of that, and to see Maddie Colbeth, state representative for from our school district, share a little bit down there. So it was neat to see. And then with the fiscal year winding down, June 30th, we're It's been a whirlwind, but both Joy and Lori have been a huge support in helping me out and wrap my head around that, and been meeting with the gals from Baird, and it seems to be going really well. So we have just a couple more days, and the closing of the budget is complete. So I got my kind of first big ticket item under my belt. So it's been going really well. And that's about it. It's been pretty much focusing on closing the budget.
Sounds good. Okay, well then we'll move on to the future agenda items section of our meeting. Does anybody have anything that they'd like to talk about putting on the agenda for the next meeting?
We'll have some handbooks to approve, so we'll have a quite a bit larger agenda next in 2 weeks than we do today. The student handbooks, one of the teacher handbooks, and what's that? Activity code. Yeah. So we'll have a handful of items to put on there.
So the next meeting, do we go through the changes and then approve them the meeting after that, or is that how that works?
Yep. So they'll be on.
Typically, you just approve them one. They're not.
No, this isn't a first
they're not
reading.
one policy, so it's just approving any
Oh,
changes
okay.
typically.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
we don't
The
anticipate any.
employee handbook will be, which we do call the teacher handbook. That one's gonna have some changes that'll need some discussion, I believe. And I don't know if we have that, if that one will be on next board meeting or not, if it's the following one.
Sounds good. Anybody have anything else?
I don't.
What's going on the roof?
So they're repairing some, from the referendum, some stuff that wasn't done correctly. So they just came back. It's not a charge to the district. They're replacing some of the,
Was that a brick face that they took off? Or was it?
no, I don't think it was a
It's
brick.
EFS, it's
EFS.
called.
Yeah, it's like flashing. They're replacing
okay.
some of the.
It's like,
It's a foam insulation layer over the block, and there's a vapor barrier behind it, and they put a
Stucco top coat.
stucco front.
Oh, okay.
that stuff was
And somehow the water was getting behind the foam layer.
It still was.
it was
Well,
part
the
of
cap was, the old cap was left on, which I think acts as a type of flashing. So they
Yeah.
left that on and then kind of skim coated all the way up to it, and it didn't do what they had intended to do because they didn't fully replace that cap. So now they're coming back and they're replacing all that.
And Gary said the vapor barrier liner that they're putting in now should go down onto the rubber roofing to make sure that the water, if it does get behind the foam, kicks up. onto the
Sheds.
roof.
Yep.
It was done as part of the remodeling project, but Cross Anderson rejected the work and redid it.
Cool. Well, anything else?
Nope.
Okay, so then we'll move on to our contemplated closed session of the meeting. You guys, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Enjoy the weather this week. So then we'll move into contemplated closed session in accordance to WSS 19.85, paragraph 1C, considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility. We'll talk about employment and compensation of a staff member. So I'll pull the board. Nettie?
Aye.
Yes.
Brett? Myself, yes.
Yep.
And Dave, yes. So we are in closed session. All right, we're in open session. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I will move to adjourn.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. We are adjourned.